Hey everyone, and welcome back to the deep dive.
Great to be here.
So today we're digging into something pretty cool. It's from Notes on Fishkeeping by someone named Ang.
Mm.
And our goal really is to unpack how this one enthusiast is, well, transforming their outdoor ponds. We're going to focus specifically on the kind of surprising role of the guppy. Common fish, often overlooked.
Exactly. And it's more than just a fish story, isn't it? We're looking at this as a sort of mini case study.
Oh, yeah. How so?
Well, it's about balancing those practical needs.
Yeah.
Keeping the pond healthy with the desire for things to look good, the aesthetics,
Yeah.
especially in these small environments.
Right.
And you'll see how even like tiny changes, small additions can have these really quite significant impacts.
Okay, so let's unpack this then. Ang had these guppies, and they were doing a great job, apparently, like little aquatic gardeners.
Yeah, it's a great term for them.
But something wasn't quite right visually. The source says the first batch had muted colors, and Ang actually says they weren't exactly a feast for the eyes from above. You kind of feel that, don't you? Something's functional, but just missing something.
Absolutely. And what's fascinating there is, well, it highlights a really common dilemma, doesn't it? In any space you curate, whether it's a pond or your living room.
Sure.
Getting the function right is one thing, but that real satisfaction, that often comes when you integrate the beauty, the aesthetics.
Yeah.
Ang's desire to, quote, brighten up the surface area, that points directly to fixing that visual gap. And aquatic gardeners, I mean, that's spot on. Guppies are great at eating algae, little bits of surface debris, even mosquito larvae sometimes. They're little maintenance workers.
Okay, so they identified the problem. Muted colors, not visually exciting from above. So what was the solution? This is where it gets interesting, I think.
What did they do?
They added 2 pairs of more brightly colored guppies. Just 2 pairs.
Yep.
But here's the detail. Some had striking reds, but specifically tail only.
Oh, wow. Very specific choice.
Isn't it? That shows real thought about the look. And crucially, this was all done within budget.
Yeah, that within budget part is important too.
Definitely. Not just throwing money at it.
No, exactly. And if you connect that to the bigger picture, it shows a really thoughtful, targeted approach.
Right.
It wasn't just get some colorful fish.
Yeah.
It was specific fish, those striking reds, suggesting a deliberate plan, maybe to contrast with green plants or, whatever else is in the pond, a specific visual effect.
And being mindful of costs.
Absolutely. Being mindful of cost tells you something about the philosophy here. It's about smart choices, maximum impact for, well, sensible spending, not necessarily the rarest or most expensive option.
Smart solutions, yeah. So, okay, new fish are in. How are they doing? Are these bright newcomers settling in?
Good question. What does Ang say?
Ang notes they're acclimating beautifully to their new top container. So, good news there.
Excellent.
And it sounds like this isn't the final step either. The plan is to introduce even more diverse and vibrant guppy colors later on.
Expanding the palette.
Exactly. Which kind of brings us back to the fish themselves. Why guppies? What makes them such a good fit here for both looks and function?
Well, the source gives us a big clue. It explicitly says they are wonderfully low maintenance.
That's huge for an outdoor pond.
It really is. Less fuss. But it's more than that. Yes, they add color, but they also, quote, bring life to the environment. That movement, that activity near the surface.
Yeah, it makes it feel dynamic.
Totally. And crucially, they help keep the surface clear. That's the functional part again.
So it's that dual benefit we talked about.
Exactly. Aesthetics and practical maintenance. Keeping the surface clear, like we touched on, that can mean eating algae film, maybe small insects, potentially even mosquito larvae.
Oh, that's a great bonus. Natural pest control.
It really is, especially outdoors. So you get the beauty, the lively movement, and ongoing help with keeping the pond clean and healthy. All from these tiny, inexpensive fish.
It really is a win-win, isn't it? Just a brilliant little example. So wrapping this up, what this deep dive into Ang's notes really shows us, I think, is how a careful, pretty budget-conscious decision
Yeah, the budget part again.
to add specific bright guppies didn't just make the ponds look better, it also leveraged their natural, low-maintenance qualities and, their helpful habits for keeping things clear.
A perfect blend of beauty and practicality.
Absolutely. It's a great example of, elegant problem-solving in your own little ecosystem.
And maybe that's the thought to leave you, the listener, with.
Yeah.
Think about how often these seemingly small, maybe low-maintenance solutions can offer surprising, really multifaceted benefits.
Good point.
Whether it's your pond or your garden or, heck, even how you organize your computer files.
Mm.
Finding that sweet spot, that blend that improves how things look and how they work, that can really transform pretty much any system you manage.